detained at the Delhi airport while he and other Congress leaders were travelling to Raipur for their plenary session. The Congress has claimed that Khera has been arrested after he was deplaned from that IndiGo flight that was headed to Raipur. Remember, after he was deboarded by the Delhi police, all of the Congress leaders that were travelling on board that flight decided to deplane as well. They sat on the tarmac as a mark of protest. Supriya Shrinate of the Congress party has now raised questions about what crime has Khera committed that has now led to his arrest. Meanwhile, IndiGo has released a statement where they have confirmed that the flight has been delayed and inconvenience to the other passengers is regretted. Whether or not the flight has taken off, when will it take off, we still are yet to ascertain details about that. But Pawan Khera was deboarded from this flight en route Raipur by the Delhi police, by the CISF, following which several other Congress leaders, the entire delegation in fact that was travelling with him, also decided to deplane. Remember, an FIR was registered against Pawan Khera for his remark against Prime Minister Modi's father a few days ago. Listen in to what Pawan Khera had to say right after he was deboarded.
मुझे भी नहीं मालूम, मुझे कहा गया आपका सामान दिखवाना है, मैंने कहा मेरे पास कोई सामान है ही नहीं, हैंडबैग है, बोले नहीं इस बार आप आइए, कंफ्यूजन है। नीचे आया तो कहा कि आप नहीं जा सकते, अभी डीसीपी आएंगे आपसे मिलने। मुझे खुद नहीं मालूम, पिछले 20 मिनट से डीसीपी की इंतजार कर रहे हैं। क्या नियम है, क्या कानून है, क्यों मुझे रोका जा रहा है, मुझे नहीं मालूम। इंतजार ही कर रहा हूँ डीसीपी साहब की आ जाए फिर देखिए।
News coming in now, we're learning that IndiGo has decided to not cancel this particular flight, but all passengers have been deplaned. They will be shifted to another aircraft and they will eventually be taken to Raipur where the flight was headed. That's the latest that we are gathering, that IndiGo has decided that this dharna on the tarmac is not going to end and the inconvenience that has been caused to all the other passengers needs to end. Because remember, this flight was scheduled to leave the national capital at 11:45 a.m. It's almost 2 hours later and that flight is still there. There are several other passengers that are on board that aircraft as well, who have now been shifted to another flight that will take them to Raipur. Ridhima, my colleague, joining us for more details on that. Yes, Ridhima.
As you rightly pointed out, so what the sequence of events now looks like after Pawan Khera was identified by police officials on the tarmac, the flight which was 6C024, which was supposed to go from the national capital Raipur, was delayed. We did put out that official statement that came in from IndiGo a short while ago where they've confirmed the incident without naming Pawan Khera, but they also regret the inconvenience that has been caused to other passengers. Remember, the original departure time for the flight was 11:45 a.m. and as of now, the flight still hasn't taken off. But now what we're picking up is the alternate plan that has been made for the other passengers is that all the passengers now in fact have been deplaned. They are at the tarmac and the airline is making arrangements to be putting all these passengers in another aircraft so that they can continue their journey towards Raipur as well. All these asks have resulted into massive delay for the other passengers as well. But the clarity that's coming in from the airline is that no flight has been cancelled. The only thing that they're doing as of now is because the Congress delegation still wanted to continue to protest and they refused to go back into the original flight. The rest of the passengers now in fact have been deplaned and they will be put on another aircraft. The airline, after they've put the passengers in the aircraft, will wait for a clearance from the ATC and then they'll make their journey towards Raipur.
Right, now the statement that had been released, Ridhima, by IndiGo, they had also, in fact, sources had also told you that it wasn't the airline that was responsible for the deboarding of Pawan Khera. In fact, it was the Delhi police that had asked for to be present at the tarmac inside the plane, and it was Delhi police that actually deplaned him.
So let's put the sequence of events for better context for our viewers. What we're understanding, this entire Congress delegation, which had leaders like Randeep Singh Surjewala, Pawan Khera, the spokesperson of the Congress party, Supriya Shrinate, they in fact had all cleared security and they were inside the aircraft. This is what the airline is now saying, that they had no role as far as the deplaning is concerned. Police officials were already on the tarmac. They identified Pawan Khera and asked Pawan Khera to deboard the flight. After Pawan Khera was asked to deboard the aircraft, the rest of the Congress delegation delegation were up in arms. They said they will follow him and they will deboard the plane as well, which they eventually did, and we've seen that in the visuals that they've put out. They did not just deboard the plane, but they started protesting at the tarmac as well. Now, the airline is saying that this is all because of the police officials. We are understanding this could possibly be because of an existing FIR. Now, because of that, the flight has already been delayed. This is what IndiGo has confirmed in their statement, and now alternate arrangements that are being made for the other flyers who in fact have been stuck because the flight was supposed to depart at 11:45. The other, quickly, Poonam, also the part that we want to focus on is what is the kind of action that can now be taken, because protesting on the tarmac is a serious issue. The other passengers have been inconvenienced as well. As part of the guidelines for any airline, if one particular passenger inconveniences the others, then action can be taken, though we don't have any official confirmation on those lines just yet.
Right, so there is a law under which action can be taken. Whether IndiGo initiates that or not, we don't know just as yet. Do stay on with me, Ridhima. We have more news coming in because this controversy is snowballing with each passing minute. And now we're learning that the Assam police has taken Pawan Khera into custody. A case has been registered against the Congress leader in Assam's Dima Hasao district. Based on that FIR is why we saw the team of Assam police leaving for Delhi to take remand of Pawan Khera. This confirmation has now come to the fore from the Assam police themselves. Remember, Supriya Shinate of the Congress also just a few minutes ago had said that Pawan Khera was arrested. Now we have a confirmation that he has been taken into custody. Anshul, my colleague, is getting us more details on this. Yes, Anshul.
So yes, Assam police, this case was registered just a few days ago after the controversial comments that were made by Pawan Khera regarding Prime Minister Modi. Now today, the Assam police has decided to arrest Pawan Khera and interrogate regarding this entire matter. So Assam police had informed Delhi police to take control of Pawan Khera, after which Assam police team is about to reach over here, and once they reach over here, they will seek a transit remand from the Delhi's Patiala House Court. From there, once the transit remand is given to them, they will take Pawan Khera to Assam, where he will be interrogated on his comments that he has made against Prime Minister Modi. Now remember, Pawan Khera was on his way from Delhi to Raipur for a Congress function, and he was stopped midway, and the manner in which he was stopped has definitely raised a lot of questions and concerns, especially amongst the Congress party, and that is the reason why we saw those protests happening on tarmac. What sources within the Delhi police are saying that protesting on the tarmac is absolutely uncalled for, and can actually raise a massive security hazard, and hence the people who were protesting on the tarmac, action could also be taken against them. The Delhi police is currently moving what sort of action could be taken against the people who actually stepped out of the plane and started protesting on the tarmac. So yes, all these developments coming to the fore right now, Poonam.
Right. Anshul, do we have any details of whether this Congress delegation is still on the tarmac or have they been cleared out?
So yes, what we have been told that the protesters have been taken back right now. The plane that was the IndiGo plane that they were supposed to travel in, they have been delayed at this point, and the IndiGo has already issued a statement regarding this entire matter. But yes, the police has been able to convince these protesters to get away from the tarmac. Now what we have been told is that Pawan Khera and Ranjit Surjewala are the two people who are with the police right now. They are trying to negotiate with the police. In the next few moments, the Assam police is going to reach here, where they are going to officially take the transit remand from the Delhi Patiala House Court, most likely, because the jurisdiction of the airport falls in the Patiala House Court, is what we have been told. So yes, the Delhi police would have to, in fact, the Assam police would have to present Pawan Khera in front of the Patiala House Court, where his transit remand would be given to them, and after which he could be taken to Assam. Because remember, this is an entire process that takes place. In fact, it has been made very clearly in the Constitution as to if a police has to come to a different police jurisdiction, they have to first inform the local police over there, and once the local police is informed,